Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Dani Marie AUC, and today we're going to talk about how you can enjoy the beach with albinism. If you'd like to show your support, like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to catch my latest videos. Let's dive in. Going to the beach is practically a rite of passage, or it is where I grew up. Even people with albinism will say, I can't wait till the next time I can dip my toes into the sand. And I don't blame them. I enjoy the beach as well. I enjoy the ocean, I enjoy the waves, the salt air, the breeze, all those things. So first, I want to dispel some myths. People with albinism don't hate the sun. We aren't inherently allergic to the sun, and we generally enjoy being outside just like anybody else. The truth is, we have to be a bit more cautious because we lack some of the pigment that protects our skin from UV rays, and many of us also deal with photophobia, which is light sensitivity. Honestly, it wouldn't hurt some of you guys with pigment to be a bit more cautious around the sun because skin cancer is really prevalent. 1 in 5 people in the US will get skin cancer at some point in his or her life, so keep that in mind next time you're out in the sun, having a good time. To have the best time you can on the beach, it really helps to prepare ahead of time. That means making a list. I am a huge list person. I have way too many lists, but even though I made a list for this trip, I still forgot some things because such is life. Truly, if you haven't forgotten something, then you're probably not doing it right. When it comes to the beach, timing is everything. The worst time and the most popular time to be at the beach happens to be between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So between these times is when the sun's rays are at their hottest and their brightest and they're most dangerous. Why do people love being at the beach during these hours? I really don't know, but I've definitely been guilty of hanging out on the beach with my friends during this time. But if you want to have a really good time on the beach and you're someone who has albinism, you're someone whose friend or family member has albinism, consider visiting the beach in the mornings or in the evenings. It tends to be quieter. Sometimes there are less children if that's not your thing. And generally there's a nice breeze, you get the beautiful colors in the sky from the sun, and it's just a great time to be at the beach. Next is shade. So you can definitely find your own shade at the beach. There are cabanas, beach umbrellas, pavilions, and lots of things like that generally available at most beach locations. But if you're gonna plan on that, be sure to call ahead, check your hotel, your beach resort, your public beach, wherever you're gonna be, and make sure these things are available. Otherwise, you can bring your own shade. So a beach umbrella is my first go-to. They're pretty cheap, they're pretty easy to find, and they're pretty easy to set up generally. Other than that, you can go with a beach tent or a pop-up beach cabana for the children. And if you have a big group, bring a canopy. Canopies are so amazing. They are huge. They provide lots of shade. Also, you can lower the legs to block out the sun from whichever way it might be coming from. And you can enlist those friends you brought with you to help you set it up and take it down. Generally, there's a shade option for any budget. So I have 2 beach umbrellas. They're the same brand. They're about $20, and they're reliable, stable, easy to put together, easy to set up, and easy to take down. If you go the canopy route, it's about $80 to $100 or more, which is fine if you're splitting it with some people or if you plan to use that canopy more than once. But there's an option for every budget. Next, beach clothing. So yes, you can wear that cute bathing suit you have, but it's always good to be prepared and bring some extras. Your beach clothing can be as unique and varied as your creativity and your style. This also includes beach hats, of which I have a few. I have 2 here. This is the very traditional beach hat look with the beach hat flowers. It has a very wide brim to block out the sun's rays and to give me some shade for my eyes. But I really enjoy ball caps, especially this style, the cute graphic on the front. This is one of my favorites. I've had in videos before. It's gray and it has stitch on the front with sunglasses and an ice cream cone. And I just love a good ball cap like this. Your beach clothing can include lightweight linen pants, a beach cover-up, a maxi dress, UPF clothing, including like golf shirts and things like that. Honestly, the sky's the limit, and your creativity's the limit, your budget, whatever it is you're looking for, you can probably find it. Keep in mind, tighter weaves are going to offer you more sun protection than a looser weave. So those cute, well, something like I'm wearing now might not offer me much protection, but neither will those cute lacy cover-ups I've seen. Very cute, but they don't offer much sun protection. Next is eye protection. So people with albinism generally lack the pigment in our irises that help protect us from UV rays. But UV rays can be harmful to anyone's eyes. So that's why I always bring sunglasses. These are my prescription sunglasses. And always, always, always get polarized lenses. Polarization helps cut down on glare from flat surfaces and reflections like sand, water, glass, asphalt, or anything like that. Don't skimp on that step. The next option, these are goggles, tinted goggles. So if you're going to be in the water, UV rays can damage your eyes, but salt water can also burn your eyes. We've all felt that. This is a very cute, colorful pair from Walmart, and this is kind of a plain pair from Amazon, but they're both dark. You can also find these in mirrored finishes and all kinds of different styles. Now we have reached the sunscreen portion of our video. If you haven't seen it yet, I have put together a very thorough video on how to choose the right sunscreen for you and some application tips. I will link it in the description below and in a card up on the right side of the screen. So let me run down some basic sunscreen tips for you guys. 1, always, always, always buy broad spectrum SPF, always. 2, be thorough. Don't skimp on how much you use. I know, it's gross. It feels not fun to put on, especially if you already have sand on, but don't skimp. 3, apply 15 minutes or so before you're gonna go outside, because whether you're using a physical or a chemical sunscreen, they both need time to dry down. Otherwise, they'll shift when you walk or when your clothing rubs against them or when you start to sweat. 4, reapply every 2 hours. Reapply every hour if you're gonna be running around, sweating, or swimming. Because, again, sunscreen can be rubbed off by clothing, by movement, and rinsed off by sweat and swimming. 5, when you get out of the water, dry off, reapply, and let it dry again, and repeat. Easy as that. 6, don't forget to spray or apply sunscreen underneath the edges of clothing, because clothing shifts as you move around, as you're swimming, as you're playing, and you don't want to end up with a surprise sunburn. 7, don't forget your scalp, ears, neck, and face. Just trust me. The spray also very good for spraying on your scalp, because if you've ever tried to rub cream into your scalp, it's a little bit of a challenge. So 8, cover areas even if you think they're shaded by a hat, because UV rays reflect off of the sand and off of the water. and 9. Don't forget to replace these every year. They do expire, and you don't want to be that person who has applied expired sunscreen for no reason at all. So, these two I'm using right now, this is a Blue Lizard 50 for sensitive skin, and this is Alba. It's also 50, but it's a spray and it's a natural sunscreen. Just in case you didn't follow all the sunscreen tips, this is aloe vera gel, and this is the one I recommend. It has lidocaine in it, which is a pain reliever, so it will help the burn and it will also help with the pain. Keep it in the cooler or the fridge. It feels so good when it's cold. Lastly, for those of you who visit the beach quite a lot, you may already know, but protecting your hair can also be important because UV rays and salt can dry out your hair, and dry hair means brittle hair. So for those who are just going to be at the beach a couple days, I wouldn't worry about it. It's not a huge deal. But if you're going to be there a week, or if you live at the beach, be sure to protect your hair. A simple way to do that can be just to wet it with fresh water before you go into the ocean, or you can use a leave-in conditioner in your hair before you go to the beach. There are also balms and hair creams meant specifically to protect it from the sun. And if all else fails, you can buy a swim cap. A couple last minute tips. Bottle of water. Beach is hot. You're sweating. You're baking. Take some cold water. You can't go wrong. Stay hydrated. Also, good for your skin. And something I always take to the beach, Bluetooth speaker. This one's just me. I'm just a music nerd, so gotta have it. Don't forget to have fun at the beach. I know this list is thorough, but you get to pick and choose which suggestions and recommendations you use. And honestly, it can be as varied as your creativity. So, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to catch my newest videos. Stay safe, have fun, stay curious. Until next time. Bye. Your family and for your time at the beach. What the hell is that?